There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. There's a place called a gin mill way down in the slums. My baby goes that night and stays till the morning comes.
Hey.
What?
What's up?
What?
Yeah, you know, yeah. Thank
Give me a minute, I'll
we
wake
can
up.
edit that the
we
beginning
can't.
of that out.
Hey, how you doing?
We need Cowboy for the beginnings of
We
these.
do. We
He's,
just need to record Cowboy's
I know.
standard intro and
Yeah,
drop it
we
in.
should. We should.
It's much better than anything I do.
But take a little departure today from the craft beer, actually. Actually, I don't even know. Do you have craft beer in here? I don't even know if you have craft. We didn't even ask.
We have just a select few right now.
do ya?
We're working
Okay.
on getting more since we're
Okay.
opening back up.
You
Oh,
got
that's
PBR,
all right.
so that's all
Yeah.
that matters. the
Craft
voice
enough.
is Monica, the owner of Putt's Bar and Grill in Rochester, Indiana, which is where we're enjoying the afternoon today. So
Little
glad to
drive
have you.
up north.
Yeah, yeah. This we want to do more of these. Kind of the Blind Pig thing was all about the dive bars and when Prohibition was going on, they couldn't drink and you had to go hide and do your dirty work in the
And I
dark.
appreciate you guys coming up. So
Yeah,
awesome.
Of course.
Yeah, yeah. So we want to come in do kind of a series on some of the small, the local bars, and it's such a cool scene, I think, and patrons are always so cool. And Rochester's a pretty cool town.
Well, if you look at the overriding theme of a lot of our shows, though, or most of our series and everything, is it's actually just about community.
Yeah.
And so dive bars are part of the community.
Yeah.
That's the. And again, not as a dive bar has a horrible connotation sometimes, but in our world, it's actually a term of endearment.
Yeah, exactly.
Because
Yeah.
it's that local place. It's that place that you have fun and you know some regulars and you know they're always coming through. And usually you walk in and their beer's already there.
Yep.
We went to a bar the other night, and I walked in and there was a tall Guinness on my within 30 seconds by the time I get in, and I hadn't been back in that place since like 4 months, and since pre-corona.
Yep. Jessica, actually,
So-
Jessica Schaefer's with us as well.
Yes.
Thank you.
Hey.
Hey, she's back. We love having Jessica on. We're over in Rochester, so. But you were talking about that. You came in and you already had the PBR waiting for you. And
Yeah,
you
it was
want taller or short?
I was like, she's short. It's okay. You don't gotta be rude about it.
And my
That's
dumbass
why I like
asked
the
for
tall.
short. Yeah.
Balances things out a little bit.
Yeah, we know she likes the tall PBR.
But Putts is for you. It's very new. You've been here for a long time, but you now are the new owner since you said March, correct?
Yes, March 1st is the day I purchased the bar, and then 2 weeks later, March 15th, I found out we had to shut down. So
What
was-
a kick in the. I mean, that sucks.
it was very scary.
Yeah, I
I didn't
bet.
know what we were going to do, but
Yeah.
at the same time, I just had to make the best of it. So I pushed
Mm-hmm.
food sales and pushed them, and that's what kept me going through the whole shutdown.
Mm-hmm.
And you go to the
And-
bank. Here's all my money.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, hey, guess what?
But I think in the long run, it's going to help us out. Like, after doing just straight food carry out for almost 2 full months, it doubled our food sales from what we were when we were open before.
really?
Yes. A lot of people didn't know that we had food, that we served food, or breakfast for that matter. We
Right.
serve breakfast
And-
all day.
Right. And good breakfast.
Good
Jessica's
breakfast,
always
yes.
telling me about how good
Yeah. So I think in that matter, it's going to help us out in the
Yeah.
long run.
Marketing.
Yeah.
You need a little bit of renovation too through the time, right?
Um,
Change or at least change things up a little bit.
We planned on doing a little renovation when on shutdown. I was like, oh, we'll just do a deep clean and some paint. But one thing led into another, and I think it looks like a completely different bar now.
Yeah.
Oh, you did a lot more than you were planning, is what you're saying.
Yes.
Oh,
we
okay.
completely
Oh, okay.
redid everything. So
Had some extra time. So.
Well,
Yep.
yeah. I mean, well, last time we were in here was
Schnabeltier.
after beers and cheese,
February.
and then
Yeah.
it wasn't too much
Yeah.
before that. Yeah, before everything hit here, and you had the one pool table up there in the front,
and
if I remember
one
right.
was right over here in the middle.
Yeah, just in the middle of things. Yeah. So was that area there before?
Yes.
Or did you just
we
open
always
that
had
up or something?
Other
Oh, okay.
side room. There was a dance floor back there
Yes.
before.
For all of you on the radio, we are pointing magically to video to things you're not going to see unless you get here. So
So stop in.
Yeah. So that used to be a dance floor over there, and then we used to have our bands in the second back room over here. We decided to move the pool tables over there, and we repurposed the dance floor to fix the floor around the bar.
Gotcha.
Okay. There you
So-
go.
Opened up front for some more tables.
So now you can
right?
just dance
To
at the
get some
now
more
you
food
dance at
and-
the bar
Yeah,
instead
now you
of
can dance
Yeah.
at the bar.
Yeah. You can dance right
And
there.
that's really
Pat.
happened a lot. People are like, "Oh, this is the dance floor, right?" And they're just like
Oh,
sitting
yeah.
at the bar dancing.
Brandon. You can dance if you want to.
Another
You can leave your
PBR
friends
maybe.
behind.
Yeah.
Don't leave your friends behind.
No, no.
Thank you. Yes. All right. That was gonna fall flat. Dad. That was a fall flat dad joke there for a second.
I got you.
So the pool table, you have a pool league, correct?
Yes,
Thursday
every
nights,
Thursday
right?
night,
Is it
starting
local
at 6.
or APA? I
Well-
play pool. I
I
play
know
pool
you
as
talked
well.
Speaking
about
out
this
on you.
last time you were in here. I don't know all the terms for it. I know we have a pool
There's
tournament.
American Pool, American Pool Players Association, the national one. I don't
Okay,
know
yeah,
like
no,
if
it's
they
not
were
that.
a
It's
local
just
chapter
a
or nothing.
local. We
All
have
right.
people from out of town come in. but-
Awesome. Oh yeah. Don't worry. I'll have to come up and I'll shark a few.
Yeah, there we go. But yeah, every Thursday night we have a pool tournament, and
Awesome.
it's getting better since we've opened back up. We got more players. I mean,
Well,
More and more
everybody's
people-
got to get.
They're starting to feel their way
over-
out more and more, and yeah.
Yeah, they just got to get over the initial scare and
Yeah.
just getting back out again. So everybody's still a little cautious.
yeah.
You're still doing a lot of takeout right now, and
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Like I said, our food sales even now
Still
have
food.
doubled compared to
That's
what they
awesome.
were before
Yeah.
the shutdown. So,
that's great.
but we offer a full menu. I mean, right now it's like only bar food, but we do a daily like homemade food special, and we have a full menu. We do breakfast all day, burgers. We have really good burgers, probably the best in town. We do wings, tenderloins, chicken strips. But yeah, we have a variety of things.
You
and
do the
if
tenderloins as big as the table, that kind of tenderloin.
they're
Pretty big.
probably as big as a
Half the
plate.
table. Yeah. That's an Indiana thing.
Yeah.
It's just I never even heard of it.
Yeah. Well, I grew up here and
Yeah.
I still never really ate tenderloins in Indiana. It was never, and then I come back and everybody's like, oh look, this one's as big as a wheel, and then honestly,
How big
they have
is it?
right, but then they just have the audacity to put a little tiny bun on it like a hat, like a stupid hat. And I'm like, come on, just it's for me. I like the tenderloin; it's good, but it's basically just a.
You want to have your bread on
It's a
it, too.
chicken. It's like a chicken fried steak for me, though. It's a chicken fried steak. Put some gravy on it; it'd be awesome. But
people
I don't
go nuts
understand the
over 'em.
pickle.
That's a
I don't
really good idea,
I don't
though.
understand the pickle thing, with it either. So it's just and why it's got to be 22 inches round, and it's bigger than a pizza.
People go nuts for it. Our buddy Rick Garrett, local comedian, he travels around just trying to find the best tenderloin.
We have a good.
About the hat thing. I'll never look at it.
a little
Same
strap on
again.
it, like a little hook on
Yeah.
your neck strap on
You
it.
can put a mask on it now. Now they come with a little mask, And,
Oh my gosh. It's a
That's
pickle.
not
No, but we have a good friend of ours, Rick Garrett. He's the tenderloin guy. He has a blog and a video, and he actually goes around the whole state just eating all kinds of tenderloin. I'm not sure how if his doctor's really okay with that, but
Man.
I'm hoping he gets a cholesterol checked every other week, 'cause that's a lot of tenderloin to be eating.
It is. They're outrageous.
But no, he's a great guy, and it's that thing. It's so weird. Sorry, I grew up here too, and I just never got it. I didn't realize it was a thing.
I ordered
Corn
one
I knew was
first time,
corn.
and they brought it. I goes, oh, you got to have the tenderloin. It's in Indiana. I don't know how long ago it was, and they brought out this thing. I'm like, what the?
Yeah,
Just
Well,
like
then,
making
I
me
thought it was,
brainstorm
little-
right now. I'm thinking that we need a big tenderloin with some gravy on it and corn on the side.
right? Perfect. Just put some mashed potatoes and gravy on top of the tenderloin.
Yep.
Just there you go.
Man, it's an Indiana meal and a sandwich.
and a little hat.
You just deep fry all
Don't
that
forget
too.
the hat.
We'll put the pickle on top for the hat.
Looks like you had some more locals come in. I mean, that's got to be your main staple. All the locals that come in, the patrons every day, and
Oh yeah, I probably know
everybody. Well, you've been here.
99 to
Yeah.
100% of the people in here. So
The only people you said, or Jessica said she didn't recognize, but I know these guys from somewhere. I don't
The
know
pirates
where.
behind us?
Yeah, I've seen them
Okay.
somewhere. I don't know where. They must be on a bike somewhere. I don't know.
I don't think they're pirates, but they're bikers.
Yeah.
Jessica was like, they're laughing like pirates. I think it was you, right? Was it you? Yeah, okay. Arr.
Where are you guys from? Sorry, where are you guys from? Plymouth.
Oh, that's why.
Well,
All
see,
right.
that's why he
They
probably
look
recognizes them. They're
I know
from Plymouth.
Wright's Landing or something.
There you go.
No, I've seen them
There we
somewhere.
go. So yeah, the 3 people I don't personally know in here are just riding
all right.
through,
Dougie probably knows
enjoying their day,
Mm-hmm.
and they're from Plymouth.
I'm
Do you
sure
get a lot?
I've seen them in another bar
So
somewhere.
this is a traditionally a biker bar, right?
Yes.
So do you get a lot of the just bikers on runs that?
Oh, yeah.
Just
Yep.
the stop off kind
Yep.
of stuff, and they just know this is the bar to go to on the maybe the ride
Yeah.
down from South Bend down to Indy or something like that.
Yep.
Cool.
There's a bike out front with
That is the original owner's bike, Al Putman. So
Okay.
he has that old school trike, and he
awesome.
just parks it out front. He still rides it once in
Oh,
a
does
while,
he?
but yep, that's his bike. And
It looks like a
It just-
carriage, though.
yeah.
There's like
It's-
a carriage
it's
on the
pretty
back.
awesome.
It's
there.
awesome.
No, it was awesome, but I'm not sure if it was. It's got a weird carriage like horse and
Well,
buggy
like a
kind of
Headless
vibe.
Horseman?
well,
in
it
front of it?
actually has a full 2-seater in the back with seat belts on it, so he can
okay.
actually haul people in the back of it. And it's
Oh.
actually pretty roomy back there.
That's what I was going to ask if it ran, because I always see it out there, but I didn't know if that thing actually ran or if it was just for looks
Oh, yeah.
out there.
Nope.
That's awesome.
He's had it forever. I remember being in school, elementary school, and our teachers talking about it.
Oh, really?
Talking about his bike. Could you imagine having to drive around town all day with your arms up like this?
Big old apes. Yeah.
I thought that story was going to go completely different. I remember in grade school when I was at the bar, it was just always there.
When we just came in the bar and just.
You used to be able to do that now.
Well, yeah,
You
well,
can
town.
now.
You can actually still do that. So you can still actually do that up in Wisconsin.
Yeah.
So Wisconsin still has laws where if your parents are there, and it's still up to the bar owner, but your kids can come just sit up at the bar and can drink up to the age of 18. So from 18 to 21,
You can't drink
they're not
anymore.
allowed in the
Yeah.
bar, even with their parents.
But you can't
But-
drink alcohol.
Yes.
Yeah.
15 at like
Absolutely.
15 years old to 18, they can if their parents are there and the
Right.
bar owner is okay with it.
But when they turn 18,
Yeah, but
down
they're
to
18, they
21.
can't do nothing. There's-
Wisconsin.
I kid you not. You can, and they
That's
can literally
insane.
sit.
That's something
at
I'm gonna have to look
They
up.
can literally sit at the bar with you too. It's not like at a table back or anything. You can literally sit with you at the bar. And it's very weird when you turn to the left or whatever, and there's like a 14, 15-year-old kid at the bar going, and I'm just like, I got my beer here, and I'm like, this is
Weird.
I just feel this. I don't really know what to do right now. Do you want a shot?
Ask
the
your
only
mom.
thing I could
Ask your
think.
mom if it's okay.
That's the only thing I could think to say.
That's crazy.
Oh, that's really weird.
It is a
I've-
strange
I've
law.
been to some states and my kids could sit up at the bar with me, but
Right,
it's not like they
right.
can be served at the bar.
Mm-hmm.
And I've never sat at the bar with my kids because I just feel like that would be a little
Yeah.
weird.
Yeah.
Again,
I know.
it is.
Yeah.
But there was that option to do so. But
Yes.
Yeah.
no.
Strange.
Yeah, it is an awkward one. Yeah, I mean, because they have that out here. I mean, most of it. Yeah, you can't sit at the bar in Indiana if you're serving food, and it might still be allowed kids in certain areas. But yeah, so oh well, that was my fun story. On to you, Brennan. Come on, Dougie.
Now you've been here for a long time because you ran the bar for what 5 years? You said before you took
Yeah, I've
ownership.
been running the bar for
For a while.
a little
quite a
over
while.
5 years now
Yeah.
that I think about it.
You've
Yeah,
been
it's
working
been-
here 9. You said though, right?
I started here when I was 21.
I was gonna say you don't even look old now.
Yeah.
Right.
So I just turned 30. So. So I've been working here for 9 years, but I guess I've been managing more along 6 years, at least 6 years now. So I've been running the
Awesome.
place.
So it was an easy role to step into, and you knew kind of what you wanted
Well,
to do.
that's exactly what I thought. I was like, well, I already pay all the bills. I do all the payroll.
Yeah.
I do the taxes.
But now
I
the
do
stress is
everything.
there that you didn't have to worry about before.
Well, I wasn't even worried about that
Really?
up until 2 weeks later. I'm shut down,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
I
And
have
there's-
to let go of all of my employees, and I'm
Yeah.
working
God.
open to close by myself because I can't afford to just shut down the bar. I just took it over.
Yeah.
So I had to completely push myself to push food,
Yeah.
put it out there, and our community is so awesome. Everyone was so supportive over it. Everyone shared it. Everyone was reaching out, trying to support us. My food sales just went crazy, and it was crazy because I was the only one running the business at the time. So I was here from 9 a.m. until probably 2 a.m. in the morning every day for the first 3-4 weeks.
Oh, yeah.
I had a awesome amount of support from my friends and family and some of my employees too that helped me do the renovations in here and remodel.
I was gonna say, if I had a lot of community support doing
Yep.
getting you up.
But as in running the whole business by myself.
Yeah.
Like I had to do it for the first month or two by myself. Yeah. It
Yikes.
was stressful.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah, you're going into it like, oh, this is gonna be a breeze. Yeah, I know how to
And
do
honestly, that's exactly what I thought when I bought the bar March 1st. I was like, yes,
And it
March is
should have.
going to be awesome.
And it
We
should
have so
have.
many awesome things going on. We have so many events going on. I have this planned out. And then none of it got to happen. You know, we just got shut down and I just had to cook. That's it. That's
It
all I
should
did
have
was
been
cook.
easy, but as we know now, because
Yeah.
we know a lot of people who are doing the same thing.
Yep.
Places, new breweries that were supposed to open up in, like April, and everybody put like two, they were like, a couple, they put like a year or two of planning into it, and then they're ready to open, and then, okay, we can open, but nobody can come in, so it was rough for a lot of everybody, and we've seen it all over the
Honestly,
place.
like, I'm thankful that I live in Rochester, this community, because if I were anywhere else, I don't think that I would have been able to make it
Pull
in those
through,
2 months.
yeah. Yeah.
But just like the support I've had from other local businesses and people in this community, they really like stepped up and helped out not just me, but like everybody else in the community.
It seemed
Right.
to be a good rotation of people in town going, like they weren't buying as many groceries, and then I just let it go up.
Toilet paper.
And
Toilet paper.
but I would see everybody
You
go
can come
from
to the
different
bathroom
restaurants,
Yeah.
They would
Yeah.
just like, okay, we're going here tonight, and they would like you said, they would share it on Facebook. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
I didn't know that person had food, and then they would
Yeah.
go here, and
Yeah.
then it just became this like circle of everybody helping each other. and it was-
everybody
really
passing
awesome.
along, paying it forward.
And we're dog friendly,
Absolutely.
which is awesome.
Nope.
No.
You can't. I will edit that out, but I thought you could. I thought you could have
No.
animals in your.
Service dogs, we can. That's a
This
service dog.
is a service dog.
So.
But no, no, gotta keep them
I
outside.
thought Indiana.
No, India, you
Claude
can't.
Mayonnaise used to have.
It's in these certain areas, yeah. Again,
That's
you
all
can
right.
like some of the bars are, and it's not service
Yeah,
dog.
Minnesota.
the Dam Landing, you can have mountain patio on a leash.
Yeah.
Okay.
They have
And that's
they
where
got
most
a
of them
license
are.
for
Yeah.
a permit for it. Like
Yeah.
for a while, you couldn't have them out there,
Okay.
but now they do.
So
Yeah.
see, we can get Mr. Fedderson in here, and
There you go, Fed Head.
yeah,
Yeah.
we're here to play some music, and you guys do still have music, right?
Yes. Well, we haven't yet, but we
Right,
will be having live music. So next week we're going to be having.
There's a radio.
Yeah.
yeah, there's a radio,
Yeah.
there's a jukebox,
Speakeasy.
there's a TV. But next week we'll be having Ike Guitar, and then on August 22nd we'll be having Total Headcase back in. So that's all we have so far. But
Total Head Case. Is that I've heard that name.
Speaking of Robert Feder.
Yeah. Oh.
Mike Guitarist from Indy. He plays a lot at the Free Spirit.
Oh, okay.
yeah,
All right.
Yeah.
I know I've heard that name.
Kelly
Yeah.
Eisenhower is his name.
What is it?
Kelly Eisenhower.
Okay. I know I've heard
I haven't
that
been a
name.
Free Spirit in forever.
He
Well,
loves
yeah.
Rochester as well. He loves
Oh,
coming
yeah.
up here. Yeah, he has,
He has a lot of support
and,
here.
Yep.
Awesome. Excellent.
The Free Spirit Farm.
Quit worrying about it in your
I
head
know.
for a while.
What bugs
there.
me once I hit
Well, yeah, but
something.
was it? Yeah, but she worked at the
I
old
saw
Free.
something
She worked
shiny.
at the old Free Spirit.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, yeah.
Because now
Yeah.
it's a wholly different now.
Oh, yeah.
It's
yeah.
you can touch things.
Yeah. No, I've been in the new one. Yeah.
And not
Yeah.
worry about.
Yeah.
Well, now you got to worry about Rona, but before it was
Oh, boy.
before it was what kind of infection am I going to get from the door handle? And
Oh.
Free Spirit was no, it was a little bit. It was a
rough.
it was a bit rough.
Yeah,
it was
it
a
was
bit
rough.
rough. They expanded into a much bigger place now,
Yeah.
so it's actually pretty nice. They got a little
Well, I
up.
could say I've always loved this bar, but this bar was a little rough too beforehand.
Yeah, that's all right. You've done well. It looks great,
You can
and
see
everybody
in
still
here,
has.
Yeah.
Yes, there's lights.
I mean, I
True
do love
story
the
though.
Yeah,
I mean,
do love
you
the
could read a
times, though.
menu in here before.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah, you could really come just sit in the dark if you wanted to. Drink your beer.
Not to. When you brought us here the first time, after stumbled here, and we're in the back alley going through the hallway, and I'm just like, what the fuck are we? Like, what do we? Who calls?
she bringing us?
And I thought it was because I'm also looking on the map trying to get directions, and I'm spelling it P-U-T-Z. I'm like, who names their bar Putts? I'm like, really? But it's not coming up at all. Well, yeah, no, but it was. We had a great time the first time we were here. I mean, we just sat and drank more PBR, and then I played some pool, and I taught a few pool lessons.
Hey, I played that night too. You were supposed to come back that night.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah. We did say we were coming back. Yeah, that didn't happen.
It
It's probably
didn't
good.
happen at all. I'd have been asleep.
It
Yeah,
was a long day.
all her fault. I'd have been asleep on a pool table.
That was a good
Yeah.
day.
Well, I was on the floor. door.
Wait, you were on the wait. What? Oh, you stay. Oh, you did come back.
Oh, I came back.
She fell on the band.
Good thing I knew that.
It was a good day.
And if you didn't, now you do.
Noon. I'm sorry.
We had cheese and
Cheese
beer
and
and
so much
We
wine.
did too. And I even think at Schnabeltier you said, you know what, I gotta pace myself because it's gonna be a long day. That didn't happen.
Yeah, the band, he started playing at 9.
Oh.
Oh,
We
that's
started
right. Yeah.
at noon.
Yeah.
You went home and took like
Yeah.
an hour nap.
Only an hour.
An hour, yeah.
Exactly.
I get
And
rid
then
of
I
one
came
beer.
right back. It's all right. Monica got me home safely.
Of
True
course.
friend.
Oh, well, that's to be honest, that's one of those dive bar things. You know,
Yeah.
the people, and if you're having a rough
She just
night,
picked me up.
well, yeah, but if you're, but you can feel comfortable enough to be relaxed enough. Yeah, you go overboard sometimes, and but there's people there to take care of you in the dive bars. You know, and that's what's
Usually.
always cool about it. Usually, yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
as long
Yeah,
as
we
you're
always
not- as long as
try
you're
to
not
make
punching
sure
people.
Everyone is taken care of in here. You feel safe in here, and we don't tolerate any.
Bullshit.
Exactly. Thank
Okay.
you.
Yeah.
I didn't know
You
if we
can
were allowed to
curse.
say this.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah,
Yeah, you can curse
Say
all you
whatever you
want. Yeah, well, yeah. There's no kids listening to this show.
No.
And if they are, their parents need a talking to.
My kids.
My nephew never listens. I mean, and for when my nephews got a little older and like 14 or 15, and they started listening to my shows, they're like, Jesus, Uncle Patrick, you are horrible. Because usually I'm very proper with them as I was trying to, show a good example when I'm helping to, educate my nephews. But yeah, they just started listening to the show and they're like, good God, you curse a lot.
I'm not listening to you anymore.
It was kind of weird. It was very weird. It's just like, you guys are not supposed to listen to that at all. I'm going to talk to your
We
father.
probably should have recorded here after Schnabeltier. That would have been a really good show.
Man, I probably would have been more well behaved.
I don't know.
No,
Yeah, I don't
that
know
was
either.
fun.
no.
By then it
No.
was
That would have been one of those hour. So we have a tendency to do very long when we do some home shows where we get a lot of beers in that we're trying to sample and all that. So we have
High gravity.
we have the first hour, which is airable. We have the second hour, which takes a lot of editing.
Yeah.
And then we always usually record a third hour, and it just disappears into the ether because it's horrible. we're schnackered. I mean, we did 18 different beers one night
Oh,
between
man.
us, and these are all like high grab,
8,
8s
9,
and
10
9%ers,
Oh,
and
no.
yeah.
Stupid.
Yeah, we and then
But while
then
we're
the whiskey
doing it-
comes out. Then the whiskeys come out too.
Yep. And while you're doing it, it's like, this is going pretty good.
It's great.
You're listening
then-
to it back like, oh my God, yeah, that's not going out. That's awful.
I was going to say we should do another one in October because that's when we get all of our different beers in that we want to try
Absolutely.
out.
Hell yeah.
But I don't think we should try 18 different beers in the bar. That's
No.
No.
probably not
no,
a good idea.
No. Not in one day.
It's not good at home. So yeah. If you can't do it at home, you really don't want to do it in the bar.
No.
No.
It's gonna get you in a lot of trouble.
Whoa.
Get me in a lot of trouble.
You guys want to take a quick break
Yeah, let's
and grab
take a
another
quick break.
beer?
And when we come back, we can talk about the October stuff.
October, I want to talk about the tiles and
Well,
bunch of other
yeah,
shit.
and then I think you said you had a couple craft beers. You can say which ones you have here at least, and that everybody's moving towards that, and then we'll hit that topic a little bit. Sound good?
Alrighty.
Good deal.
Cheers.
Hi, I'm Haley. This is Schnabeltier Brewery, and you're listening to Blind Pig Confessions.
If you're a craft beer guy who can't get it nearby, do yourself a favor and log into Taver.
This is Jessica from Digital Wolf, and you're listening to Blind Pig's Confessions.
Hey, we are back.
Wow, that got very DJ voice there. That was very radio. It's very radio station of
Trying
you,
out.
of you, Dougie.
Monica's got an opening, so it's trying out.
Hey.
Yes.
No, we were back at Putts, and Putts with a two T's, not a Z there, Pat,
Yeah, that's all right.
in Rochester, Indiana. And I think one of the places, or why we love a place like this is because of the table behind us we were just having a good conversation with. I mean, that's why these places are so much fun.
Yes.
And you've you've been here for a while, so you've had to have some odd characters come in here.
Oh.
You probably have some odd.
Every day.
They're all
Odd
here right now.
Oh, I'm sure there's far worse. I mean, not worse, but fun. I mean,
The sun's
you gotta
still
have
out,
the-
so
Well, like I said, the table behind us was the only people I did not
Yeah.
know in here. So I go and introduce myself. I'm like, hey, your next round's on me. I got you. Sorry we're talking about you, but I just wouldn't let you know what's going on. And then they just started going off on it. Oh, confessions? Oh, I need to confess this and that. And I'm like, oh, God, let's not put that on the
Yeah, we usually have to explain what a blind pig. So for those not in the know, a blind pig was the working man's speakeasy, not the ones you see on the movies and stuff where everybody's in suits and and then
Not the cotton club.
then they're knocking and then the secret door opens. These are the ones that were like in the basements and the alleys and and it was really just beer and straight hard whiskeys and kind of
That you could die from.
that you could die from, but it wasn't the fancy ones that everybody you see all over the place. It was working man stuff, which is kind of the original dive bar. But Blind Pig, that was a reference. Instead of a speakeasy, which were the nice ones, these were the blind pigs, and so that's what he came up with. So we usually try to explain it for people who don't know what it is.
Especially since we don't talk prohibition anymore.
Well, yeah.
Been
Well,
2
we're
years.
getting back to that.
Yeah,
now.
we do.
We're getting
Yeah,
back to it. So I mean, our show at Indiana City was pretty awesome.
Yeah.
And finding some old school prohibition stuff, and I didn't realize there was a brewery in Indiana in the late 1800s, and
Awesome.
they got shut down, like that. So it's you never really know. So it's pretty cool. So yep.
And Monica said, "Oh, you're getting that."
Right
Nope.
back.
So Jessica, while Monica's taking a break, you can tell us about these tiles because it's pretty cool.
Sure. So Monica said earlier she was trying to bring back.
The pirates are
She's
laughing.
back, yeah. I know. I'm so
She's
distracted.
distracted
I'm
by
back. I just love pirates. But no, the tiles are like advertisements. So you can purchase a tile, you can decorate it yourself, or have someone else decorate it. Like there's a guy in town that's a really good artist. He's been decorating a lot of them. You see some of them that are kind of the same theme. But yeah, so you can just.
So we need a blind pig.
Yeah,
tile
I was
up
actually
There
going
you
to
go.
tell you
See?
guys.
Absolutely,
Yeah,
yes.
you-
Absolutely.
For sure.
Yeah, we do.
I'll just
Yeah.
grab a sticker and a ladder.
He just
No,
wants a little
no.
Stick ladder. One sticker on the black one. That's it.
We could just cut that
We'll buy
one out and put it up there.
We'll buy a spotlight and hang on the wall to shine up on our stickers.
Like a Batman.
No, Pat, we're not putting a sticker on the ceiling. Maybe in the bathroom.
My sticker's in the other girls' bathroom toilets. Yeah. Well,
Oh,
okay.
that's where you put our
actually,
stickers?
First,
Thanks.
Monica
Thanks,
put it
Jessica.
on there. And then she remodeled and put a new toilet thing up. So I'm like, I had to put the sticker back there. And then someone tried to peel it off. I'm like, I have thousands. I'm like, I'm going to put it there anytime someone takes
As
it
long
off.
as it doesn't look bad.
Yeah.
I'm trying to keep it nice in here.
For
So.
sure,
Yeah.
yeah.
Absolutely.
It blends in.
Yeah, we'll have to work on that. Yeah, we'll come up with something. Cool to have a blind pig tile up there.
You'll be the artist because I don't do art
Jessica will
at
help me.
all. Yeah, I can't. I have not an artistic bone in my
figure
body.
pig.
Yeah.
The skinniest pig ever.
We got in trouble for the pig with the Facebook after a while. Made us they wouldn't boost anything with the cigar in his mouth.
But we
was
still
really
got
odd.
past. Well, I had to switch. So yeah, we were. Our normal one has a pig with a cigar in his mouth, and we had to change the sticker. We had to change the image we use on our the podcast post that hit Facebook because we couldn't boost anything. Yeah, they made us take the. Yeah, they just like, well, we're no promoting alcohol or smoking, and I'm like,
Yeah.
really? Here, should I bring up all the breweries that have Facebook pages? So yeah, it never made any sense. Yeah, it was very weird. Yeah,
Well,
we
that's
had
what I said.
to do a lot of
Netflix now
editing.
has they have smoking as one of their.
Yeah, that was weird.
Not drinking, you can, but smoking. If it's smoking on there,
You know,
not
like
marijuana, but just
like
smoking
like
cigarettes. They
PG-13.
put a-
You know, they have
put
all
a
the little
warning.
different categories.
Yeah.
Well, the warning categories.
It's like
Now smoking
nudity
is
and
one.
Smoking. Like,
Yeah, nudity and smoking.
you gotta be yeah,
But you can have a
just
beer and
strange.
you can be drunk or whatever. There's no like nudity, smoking, and drinking.
Yeah.
Warnings. It's just
None of this makes any sense
No.
to me
It's okay.
anymore.
No,
Like, none
no,
of it.
it's
I'm
crazy,
just so
man.
confused
They're just,
about
yeah,
everything.
we're going too far. Yeah, it's
it gets weird.
It's nuts, man.
That'll
Not
just
to
be
be
our,
all political
that-
or anything.
that should
but
just be our
like-
tile at this point. Our tile will be a pig with some guns and cigarettes and beer in his hand.
We did one religious show at American Legion in Plymouth, me and or Fisher's, not Plymouth, Fisher's. With it was St. Patty's Day. We did a St. Patty's Day show. We started drinking at 11 o'clock in the morning, right? St. Patty's
When
Day.
the hell was that?
This is before you were
St.
moved
Patty's?
back here.
Oh, okay.
So this was early days, and it was me and Cowboy. So let's sit down and record. Let's do a show on religion.
Oh, that was the you and Cowboy show
holy shit! Was
that
it?
disappeared.
Someone's. I think Rob's got it. I gotta get it from. It was. Oh my god! It was so bad.
Wow. Yeah, there is an infamous show they did in
Yeah.
the early days. I think before Blind Pigs though too. I think it might.
I think it was still Free Beer.
Free
probably,
Beer
yeah.
Express.
Yeah. Oh my god.
But yeah, there's a mystery show out there of just him and Cowboy and yeah.
Going off. Just. Yeah. Not. Oh my god.
Yeah,
It was
yeah. That's
awful.
why we try to we don't go those topics anymore. All because of you guys.
Oh
And
my
I
God.
wasn't even here, and I know about it.
That was awful. Anyway. So back to putts.
So back to putts. So speaking of putts, you so you're and as you know, I'm sure you know. I mean, craft beer is another genre, at least, that you can start getting some other business in and all that.
Yes.
So you've got a few of the basics, I think you said, right?
Three Floyds.
Three Floyds.
Three Floyds, yes. Right now it's kind of like on demand. So if
Sure.
the customer tells me what they want, that's what we're gonna do.
Oh, cool.
We did like Two-Hearted Ale. That was a big
Bell's
one
Two-Hearted,
that
of
people
course.
wanted at first. So just my customers have to let me know what they want, and I'm gonna.
But you
Sorry.
said you've got
So-
something coming up in October. We were talking about something, right? I think you were going to say something about something happening in
October is when we.
Oh, is that you? I thought that was her.
Magazine.
Oh, okay.
Well, the
No,
Well,
she
no,
said
I-
someone come
you
back
said
in
something
October
about
for
coming in October for
new beers
new
and
beers
stuff.
and
Yeah.
stuff.
In
or something
October
like
is
that.
when we like really get like a whole variety of different beers.
Okay.
So the beginning of October, we just kind of like order just random beers
Right.
so everyone can start trying them out.
Nice.
And then we just like sort through them and see what
See what
sticks
happens.
and
Yeah,
what doesn't.
that's cool. Heck yeah.
Perfect. No, yeah. I just want to make sure it's coming up. It's not too far away. And then jumping into that for Digital Wolf.
Digital Wolf has a new magazine.
I
coming
had a
out.
plan
Yeah.
here.
Yes, I know. I
But
know.
nobody followed my
You were
plan.
just, you're in the
Not a
wrong.
good segue
yeah.
there.
None of my
Screwed
plans.
up a little bit,
None of my
but I knew
plans
you were
work
gonna.
ever. Don't worry. Nah, I'm just gonna sit over here.
Yes, come October, every October we usually do that. We just like order a whole bunch of craft beers, different variety of beers, and it just depends on what people go with and what we stick with for the season.
That's awesome.
There's a guy mooing behind me.
Yeah.
It's the pirate.
Yes, the pirate is now mooing.
Why is the pirate mooing?
This is going to get interesting.
Those are the people we don't know.
Arg, moo.
We'll have to get him on for an after show.
I probably shouldn't have bought them that round of beers.
Oh, we got there next month.
Yeah.
We're not leaving.
So Jessica's been on. Jessica, last time we were doing a show, so you're with Digital Wolf, and the magazine had come out when we did Schnabeltier. So obviously everything shut everything down for a while. So how's that affected the Digital Wolf brand and all that, and what's been going on?
It hasn't necessarily affected the brand, but we didn't really get to advertise our last magazine because it was we were scheduled to release the week after everybody shut down.
Yeah.
So it was like April 7th. Like there were still some businesses open. The building that we were gonna have the event in was still open. We were just kind of like, hey, we don't know what's going on. Just kind of, keep an eye out for our posts and stuff like that. So we still have a magazine that people haven't got to see, which is all of Rochester. It's
I think that was really cool though because you guys kind of like redirected it towards everyone that was shut down and what they were doing with that magazine.
So you redesigned. You had it prepped. You didn't have it printed yet. Had you had it?
It was
printed?
printed. I just went ahead with the printing because we had people that pre-ordered, and we usually sell like a certain amount. So I just went ahead and ordered like this, this amount of magazines, and I just knew those would sell, especially the people that were in it, or like I said, the pre-orders, and some people had advertisements that were in it too that purchased. So like Monica, she was in it. She was our new bar babe. I love making new titles. It's so fun. I was like, I have to do something like that for her. So
Pirates, new
Yeah.
bar babes.
Yep. But yeah, so so we still have that magazine to kind of push a little bit, but we just started talking about the next one, which we already knew was going to be in October, and we always release on a full moon. So the next one, Halloween, is actually a full moon this year, and it's a Saturday. So
sweet.
we're going to release the magazine. Then it's about the 6 senses. So you have your 5 senses, like your touch, taste, smell, sight, hear, and then it could be like spiritual ghosts. Or
Right.
Shelby's taking the reign on this one. She's picking everybody out.
Where's
Whatever.
Shelby? I
Sure,
thought
we'll
she
be
was gonna be here
involved in
today.
that one
She
too.
just got back from vacation.
Is she?
She's not in. Yeah.
Wiped out.
Yeah, she was like, I was taking it out of me. I'm like, that's okay. Yeah, so they had a kind of a random vacation they kind of took anyway.
Gotcha.
So, yeah. So
And you guys are doing some recording
spontaneous.
again.
Yes. So, yeah, we're doing some podcast recording. We have 4 next week. So they're going to be short ones, but kind of doing some
You
more
doing
catch
4
up.
recordings next week, really?
We're going to do 2 like back to back.
Oh, really? Okay.
So, yeah, so like it'll be like half-hour shifts, not like this.
I was gonna say, I bet you her second and third shows actually get
They
aired.
get on there. Yeah. And you have a local radio station. That
Yeah, so WRY is our sponsor. They let us record there.
That's
We
awesome.
get to nice and like in the front with the nice mics,
Oh, yeah.
and it just hangs
Not
so
this cheap
pretty.
shit.
And I just want to take a picture every time I'm in there. And then Moose is great. He's our editor, and he was just like, hey, come record, and then he just does everything else. It's amazing. we pick the people, we get the script. Sometimes he's just like, hey, we haven't recorded in a while, like let's do something, which is awesome. He's
What's
like,
a
hey, miss you
script?
guys. We have a script, like I know, right? We don't do
We
it as much
talked about
anymore.
that
I
very
think it's
briefly.
better to like almost not have one. Kind of we kind of discussed in the beginning what we were going to talk about.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
Try to
That's
have an
enough.
idea. Yeah.
It's better to have
yeah.
the conversation
Well,
and be
like I,
more
Yeah, I like
organic.
to go
before we
off the
started
cuff
this,
and-
I was like, is there anything I need to like?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just like to
Yeah,
go
I'd
off the
like to-
cuff. and-
I
yeah.
wanted to try to at least establish a little order, but that's my OCD in me. Of some occasional segments to use, recurring segments and things like that, and then we put beers on the table and everything just goes
It's
nowhere.
fun though, because sometimes you get, it doesn't happen very often. Every once in a while, you will record with somebody new, or a new brewer or somebody, and you can't get them to talk, and that mic's on, and it's like, and then the mic goes off, and they start telling stories like,
Yeah, why do the headphones mess
like
with
these
your
great
brain?
stories. Yeah, it's like, so we started going to think about let's just turn it on and go, and
Yeah.
see what happens.
That's what we
Some-
said. I got that from you guys.
Yeah,
we started
just 'cause
doing that
people just kind of
until we got comfortable talking, until we got into a conversation about something, and then it was recording. You have to worry about hitting record right at that
just gotta edit out the
moment.
beginning, and
Yeah, it's a
Works.
new medium for most of us. Paul,
Yeah.
we call him Moose. He's Moose in the afternoon,
oh,
but he's been Moose since he was a kid. Him and his dad work together, so he still goes by Moose. So he's Moose in the afternoon, but he's there all day. I don't know. I think that
He's
was his
Moose all
old-
day,
Yeah.
is
Who's all day?
So he's a weremoose,
Yeah. Oh.
right?
yeah.
Moose.
Dude, this Halloween is actually, so you brought up Halloween and some great. So this one's going to be, it's a full moon, ritual blood moon, and a
I was
lunar
gonna ask
eclipse, and
what-
a lunar eclipse, and we gain an extra hour of Halloween, and the clocks roll back that night.
Oh.
Fucked up.
Oh man.
Are any of you guys Halloween
The whole
fanatics?
extra
Do you
hour
guys
going-
dress up?
Oh,
I
yeah,
can say, I
for
can see
sure.
Jessica
Yeah.
knew it. I knew
Yeah, for sure.
you too?
Oh,
yeah.
absolutely.
Really? You dress up every year, and
Every year.
Yeah.
And I
So
don't
you-
care. any Halloween party, Halloween night,
There's been
Halloween
some fun
Eve,
ones
like,
here for sure.
Yeah. Oh yeah, we're big on
that's what I
Halloween.
was gonna say. You
over
guys
here,
have
for
have
sure.
a Halloween shenanigans.
Yep,
And
and we always like give out like crazy cash prizes for Halloween costumes here.
Awesome.
So.
you get to let now. You could probably pack the place with people. People come in here wearing their. I mean, 'cause some places you get a Halloween party and they come in. You get 2 people that walk in with
Yeah.
something on. It's like, come on,
Yay.
man. So is it pretty
Well,
good
there's-
participation
it depends
here?
on like if it's on a weekend. Sometimes we'll do like 3-day Halloween party, Halloween costume
yeah.
events. So
Yeah.
Well, yeah, when it's on a Wednesday, no, I don't really go out
Oh,
that
it's a
follow.
Wednesday this year?
No. I said,
Oh, okay.
I said, when Halloween is on like a Wednesday,
Yeah.
the weekend Halloween party 3 days after doesn't really usually go as well because people are like, well, I already had to wear it on Wednesday because I took the kids out or something. And
Oh no!
You
If
know,
I
they don't
have
wanna
a
do it
3-day
again.
like Halloween weekend, I'm wearing a costume every
Every
single
day.
day.
I could do that.
yeah. Not going there. Had something in my brain. Brain said nope.
We need to have another prohibition party and have a go
Well,
back to the
that
old
was a
days.
good one. We had a birthday party for Jordan,
Yeah.
we were all in Prohibition gear. I was a bartender. it was pretty awesome. I forget what you were a barrel thrower basically.
I was a runner. I was a
There you go.
bootlegger.
Yeah, he was the bootlegger. Cowboy was a bootlegger. Jordan was a gangster. I think at that point, or something. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. I mean, well, it was a lot of fun for me too, but because I was just hopped up on painkillers and then drinking whiskey. No, I had been on the road for 3 weeks. My job, I was on the road 300 days out of the year for about 5 years. So I was constantly flying. So I was up in Wisconsin for a week and then somewhere else for a week. But right before I got to Wisconsin, I threw my something happened and I was just in massive pain to the point of my neck was done. I mean, I was going to chiropractors on the road and all kinds of stuff, and but I needed to get back for the party because it was I think it was his 40th birthday party too. So. But yeah, I'm there. I'd been to the emergency room like 2 days earlier. I got Vicodin on me, just trying to keep the pain going. But yeah, it ended up being a weird night, a very weird night. And then 3 weeks later, I had to get a disc implant. So yeah, it ended up being really bad. Whatever
Sounds
happened to me.
bad.
Yeah,
That was a long segment.
yeah,
to get into
it was. Shut up.
Jesus. I'm editing all that out.
Yeah,
I hope so. I would.
I was staring at the
I'm
Pirates
kidding.
for a while.
I'm kidding. Jesus.
I would.
Beer.
But no, it was a show. Yes. What?
What was that?
The Pirates need beer?
They're shouting at us.
They're ready for the next round.
We're talking about beer.
They're ready for the next round.
That's a pirate bar behind us.
Yes,
Yeah.
that's the Pirates. The Pirates
We need to
beer.
get them some whiskey. I think.
Yeah.
Whiskey and
And
some
some
whiskey and some painkillers.
Or some, yeah, and some citrus for the scurvy. I don't even know where to go from there. Do you do Halloween, Doug? I mean, other than the party, do you do Halloween? Because I don't anymore. I haven't done it for a long time.
I mean, I will, but nobody does it anymore. I haven't had a good Halloween party in a while.
Well, you apparently don't know the right
But
people.
remember,
I was gonna say, yeah,
we were
where
really
have you
excited.
been?
We thought we were going to an awesome Halloween party on the island.
Oh,
That got
no.
really ugly.
We'll tell you about this story offline.
What
offline.
island?
I was gonna
Mackinac
say,
Island.
Mackinac.
We'll talk about
Oh,
it after,
yeah.
but because I think
Oh.
I gotta find
There's
those
a
pictures.
Rochester Island.
No, it was.
There-
oh,
what?
What?
Yeah.
There
No.
is?
It's kind of like,
We can go later.
but no, that's where I'm going after this. So.
There's
There's a
where?
lake.
Well, I
There's a
know,
nice-
but it's not that
It's
big.
in the middle. Yeah, it is.
Is it really?
It's big
It's been a
enough.
while, but
There's a
You guys should
definitely
plot
come
of
out.
dirt in the
It's
middle of the
nice.
lake.
There's a whole island. 3 people own it.
Yeah.
There's 2.
somebody was telling me about an
Sorry, 3 people on it or own it?
Both.
There's way more than 3 people on the island, but there is like 3 islands on
Yeah,
the
there's
lake.
a lot.
somebody was talking about an underwater island. I'm like, isn't
Underwater
that
island?
just underwater?
Yeah,
It's not an island.
It's like
Until
Atlantis.
it breaks
Everything-
the surface.
Everything
I
underwater
was
is an
gonna say,
underwater
Me
island.
and my kids watched Atlantis this morning.
Watch what?
Atlantis.
Oh, Atlantis.
Lost City of Atlantis.
Gotcha.
It's a good one.
Good grief. Rochester Island. All right, we're going.
For real.
Have you guys done the? I don't know how far north you do the Little Egypt. You guys done that yet?
Little
No.
Egypt.
Really?
What?
The haunted thing there up in Plymouth, Little Egypt. Where
Oh.
it's ridiculous,
I'm
but
terrified of haunted houses, even though I love
it's just this
Halloween.
little.
I know. Not good with them.
Really?
Not at all.
I've not been to one.
Indiana Beach, that one freaks me out so
Oh my
bad.
goodness. No,
Indiana
I
Beach.
love haunted
That's.
houses.
Are you serious?
The haunted house
How
is
long ago?
2 years ago. I went for my 29th birthday. 28th. 3 years ago.
Are you shitting me? Oh wow.
I haven't been to a
I
haunted
was
house.
terrified. And then I went, like, when I was, like, 13 before that. I was, I don't like, the walls close in on you. I'm claustrophobic. And then, like, nope. I don't like it. It's really
I love
creepy.
haunted houses, but I
love
haven't
scary
been to
stuff.
one in
Nope.
a long time that's like scared me. Like,
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Nope,
then
I don't
again,
go.
I think my kids are like my comfort blanket because they're like all scared, and I'm like, it's not that bad, boys. Like, it's really not. And
Yeah.
maybe if I was
No,
by
I-
myself,
I'm-
I'd be like, oh
I think
my
it's
God.
just the walls closing in. Maybe
I
the rat
agree. I
tails.
agree. I don't do them either. I haven't been to one since 1996.
There used to be one in town, and they turned it into a house,
Yeah,
like
it
an
was
apartment
old
one. Oh, really?
complex.
I remember that. I mean, that was.
I don't think I ever went to it because it
was
was terrifying.
Okay, so but
I
so
went
was
through
it
it, like,
right? But
3
was it a
times.
fake haunted house that was
Yeah,
internet house,
yeah,
or was it a
people-
haunted house
No,
that
they
somebody?
built it. They built it to be a haunted
Yeah.
house, and then they ended up turning it into apartment buildings.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh,
Apartments are
nice.
Sweet.
They're pretty awesome
Yeah.
apartment buildings now.
It just
So-
like it's an old mill, and then inside they're like super nice apartments.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So talking about haunted. Now, didn't something happen here? Or can we talk about it? Jessica?
Are we talking about like her?
I mean, there might have been alcohol involved, but there was a haunting, right? Something happened.
Okay.
Why don't you want to talk about what happened?
So no, I'm not wanting to talk about it. I'm just
I think you should talk about it.
okay. Well,
We'll edit it out if you don't want it in.
what was it like 2 years ago? We had like some ghost hunter people come in here.
Oh,
So they went up to the 3rd level of the bar. So there's a full basement in the bar,
Mm-hmm.
and then the bar level, and then there's an upstairs. So they went upstairs on the other side of the bar, which is actually like the old bail bonds building.
Okay.
This building was built in like the late 1800s, early 1900s. So they came in, they set up all their monitors and speakers and
Like us.
microphones and stuff.
It's kind of like this.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, next time maybe we should go upstairs and then you can hear all the voices and stuff. But
I don't need any more voices in my head.
That's exactly like what happened. Like I was working, so I kept going upstairs and checking on them, see how things were going. And at one point in time, I went up there and I could actually like hear the voices talking back to them, and I was like, okay, no, I'm out. I'm gonna go downstairs.
That was just somebody on their cell phone in their pocket. They were just messing with you.
And then I went back up
Or-
later, and then I heard them like talking like, and all these people that were there, they were like, "Can you tell us how many people are in this room right now?" And they're like, "There's 5 of you," and there was 5 of us in the room at the time. And then one voice, and you could like hear the different voices. There was like a man's voice, an older man's voice, an older woman's voice, a younger woman's voice. You could just like hear the difference in the voices. Really weird, really awkward. I didn't believe in this stuff before. I would just. Then they asked, "Do you know anybody in this room?" And somebody was like, "Yes." And they're like, "How do you know him?" "I went to school with him." And one of my friends was like, "Okay, well, this has to be this woman. We went to school together, and she died falling down the stairs here 20 years ago."
Yikes.
So
Do you go up there by yourself now sometimes at night and just hang out? And
I do because I have to. I own the bar
Yeah,
now. Like,
yeah.
I'm
I
like,
would.
"Hey guys,
Yeah,
I'm
yeah.
here for
I'm
good.
here."
Like, don't
She
push
puts
me
a-
down the stairs."
She
or
puts a
nothing.
cross. She puts a cross on.
Yeah.
Just, you know,
Back in garlic.
back. Yeah,
Like some petroleum. Yeah.
It's definitely
just to
like,
ward off the evil. Get away.
it's definitely scary, but like during our renovation remodeling, I was in here a lot, like really late at night. And I like it's embarrassing to like even talk about. Like I know a lot of people don't believe in it, but I definitely seen some things in here
Yeah.
while I was
I mean,
here
till
late
you-
at night
till you
by
witness
myself.
it or felt
and
something
even
yourself,
some
you know.
friends were in here with me, and they've seen it too.
I don't know. I was just checking because there's a vent right here that goes right up into the first floor, into the second floor. So I'm thinking it was just people down here talking to you.
I'd like to think
No,
so.
no,
but
no. I know that's Everybody's got their own thing. I mean, yeah, no. It's everybody gets their. If you believe it, you believe it. That's all. That's
Well,
creepy.
the thing is
That's
like
kinda creepy.
I've always been one. I'm like, no, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in that. But then it's whatever. It's weird.
happening.
Well, it's awesome.
It's weird. So
That's and all
maybe
these
next
places.
time we'll do a podcast at like 2 a.m.,
Yeah,
3
I'll
a.m.
do it upstairs.
Yeah, you guys go ahead.
See what you
You
think.
guys go ahead and do it. Yep. Yep.
We'll get Cowboy to wait outside, start napping on the windows.
No, we can't get him to do that. Come on. Can't get him to do anything right now.
All right,
right.
so what we're going?
Where are you going?
I don't know.
Edit.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Where are we going?
Somebody walked by and I thought I knew it. I was like,
Squirrel.
squirrel.
Ghost.
Yeah. So we just want to.
Now he's seeing shit.
Well, yeah, I did actually. 'Cause he's not there. We just thought he was gonna walk
Side of
by.
your face. That's not straight. It's in the side of your eyes.
Son of a. I'm done.
Peripheral vision.
Have another beer.
All right. No, I need whiskey. I think no. Holy shit. Yikes. So we just kind of wrap it up, and obviously great food. good beer. It's a local tavern. I mean, people come here to have fun. You can come here in your sweats. You can, all right. I mean, you can come here.
Seen it all.
Nobody cares. You just, I
I've
bet.
definitely
Yeah.
seen it all. But please look presentable when you come in here. We're trying to get rid of all that riffraff.
And the pirates.
I like the pirates.
No, pirates.
Pirates
Yeah,
are
the
allowed.
pirates are cool.
There's gonna be,
I like the pirates.
there's gonna be a sign in here now. Yeah, pirates are welcome. Right next to the bikers are welcome sign. And if you're a biker pirate, even fucking better.
Oh my
Hails
god.
to
No
the
doubt.
yeah.
Do we have bike night? Is there a
bike
bike
night?
night?
There
or-
is a bike night
Okay.
coming up next Saturday.
Okay.
Too.
Oh,
Yep.
nice.
Oh,
So-
perfect. So let's come out next pro.
This,
For bike night.
yeah, it'll come right before that. Yeah, I think so. Yeah.
Good.
Holy shit! I really hope the
guys
mic.
are hilarious.
I don't know if
That's
the
what we need
mic.
to end on.
I
Just
don't
like
know if
his
the
laugh.
mic needs to pick it up, but we
Yeah,
might need to
bring him
record
over
the
here, yeah.
fucking
Yeah.
pirate
Bring him
laugh.
shit.
over.
Yes.
We might need to
Maybe we can
No
keep his
doubt.
name.
record the
What's his
pirate
pirate
laugh.
name?
I don't know.
I know. What's his pirate name?
We'll come up with
He's
something.
staring at me.
Toothless.
What?
He's staring. He'll never listen.
That's hilarious. All right.
Oh, but no, it's this is a nice local tavern. You know, everybody takes Rochester's been a great place to us already.
Yeah.
And a second time around, even better. It's a nice place to enjoy. Everybody's still. It's the middle of the afternoon, and there's actually quite a lot of people here already. So
I lived in Plymouth for a long time and came to Rochester once in a while, but didn't know a lot about it until going to Record Farm, meeting Jessica, and just how this community is tight. And I knew
It
a
is.
buddy of mine, Adam Montel, I worked with, and he's from there, and he's got some buddies that are starting a brewery who they're still having issues with. Tippecanoe, right? Tippecanoe Brewery. Is
Oh
that
yeah.
supposed to be going? But
Yep.
it's just awesome people, and I've realized how great of a community it was, and how they get together to help everybody
Everyone
else
helps,
out.
Yeah, everyone
Yeah.
helps each other out
Yeah,
here.
it's awesome.
I think it's awesome.
Yeah, that's what it's all about.
And to add a silver lining to the whole Rona thing, I think it was a time for to see that. You forget about it living in town, and
Yeah.
a few people know that other people help each other out, and it's more of a small knit community. And then something like the Rona happens, and you realize it is a larger community. Everybody does recognize everybody's helping everybody out. I think just to put a little positive spin on that, you got to see the charity and in some cases not, of course, but you got to see people's hearts and just their willingness to help out their community and all that. And I think that was actually it's good and it gave some people some reminders of community that,
Yep.
that you tend to forget over time is in the fast pace of it just day to day grind and all that. So I have liked seeing that in some of these small towns and things like that. So
That was a
been
big
very
thing
positive.
for me too. That like when we shut down over the coronavirus and everything, like I tried reaching out to everyone and supporting their local businesses.
Yeah.
And everyone was like, "No, you're the one hurting. Like we need to help you." And I'm like, "But we're all local communities.
Yeah.
Like, we all need to help each other out." But it was like really heartfelt. They're like, "No, you just started. We need to help you out." And I'm like, "No, like, we're all helping each other out." Like I just
It'll all
love
work.
how much everybody was like just
Yeah.
sharing the love, supporting everyone else.
If I take care of you and you take care of me,
Yeah.
everybody's taken care of.
Yep.
Yep.
Absolutely.
Kind of how it
That's
works.
how it works.
It's awesome. Love seeing it. So cheers. Thank you for the
Cheers.
beers.
Yes.
Thanks for
Yes.
chatting with us and having
Thank
some
you
fun
guys for
Yes.
coming
some
up.
fun little
Yeah.
stories.
Maybe we'll be back in October and
Well, that'll be
do
it.
October.
Yes, you can do that.
The
Yeah.
Digital
You
Wolf
can go
magazine will be
upstairs.
coming
We'll
out.
just put you upstairs in the dark with a microphone.
Yeah.
There we go. Yes.
Yeah. Just leave me there.
Yeah.
Yes. It's like, yeah, you're still talking. Sure, we're still recording.
Thanks.
Yeah, that's what we do. All right, cheers, everybody.
Yes. Cheers. Get the putts.